I almost forgot how to unmute the mic for a minute. But yes, I know, right? Hello to both of y'all. How are you doing? I don't know when it happened, but it was like times I would come back on here and then bam, new person. I'm like, whoa. It was every time when I wasn't streaming that I would come back to that. But I appreciate it. I do not want to go to Spiral Abyss. Where do I need to go? But I hope everybody's having a good week. I almost forgot it was Wednesday myself. Oh, okay. Oh. I'll put that in chat for you whenever you do see it. But yeah, getting back to Fontaine, I forgot what I had to do. So, I think I have to go here? Hopefully. But yeah. This week has been just a little all over the place, but it's Wednesday. Doesn't feel like it, but yeah. Hey, Hockey. How are you doing? How's your week going? Hockey, I felt just, a couple days ago, like how you said you felt tired and old last time. And I thought about you. That was a glitch. But I'm excited at the same time because my birthday is 2 weeks from tomorrow. You still feel the same?
It's been a tough few days, hasn't it? So much has been happening.
Me too, Hockey. I don't know what it is. I guess it's like the weather or the back and forth between slightly warm and cold. but my body is hurting on and off.
Paimon didn't think the meetings would go on for so long, but everyone seemed pretty fired up, huh?
I don't know why this is so loud in here, but normally it's not.
Paimon thought they'd be at least a little frightened. Well, Fremine was, now that Paimon thinks about it, but everyone else just looked a little surprised. Well, it's hard to say. Paimon doesn't have any experience with this sort of thing. But with you around, Paimon sure will do great.
It's just freezing up there? Oh my god. I hope you stay warm. Do you have like heated blankets or what are those socks called? Like the cabin socks, I think. The ones they are like extra fluffy on the inside. I know I need to get some.
After all, you're the most reliable person in the world, aren't you?
Okay, this is why sometimes I sit here. The game lags within it talking, or it talks before they finish talking. I don't know.
Did you just pour some tea? Paimon didn't notice you doing that at all.
What are you talking about, Paimon? Ma'am, I need for you to not do that. I don't know if it's any up there nearby, but like those huge blankets with the like the tiger and stuff on it. Have you seen those? They are the warmest things ever.
Then what's that?
Obviously a cup of tea. I don't know where that came from.
Paimon's never seen that cup before.
Don't be frightened. I'm just joining you two for tea. I merely refrained from saying anything till now.
Okay, so who was talking to us?
Who's that voice? But there's no one here.
Ah, have you forgotten me already?
Wait, you are familiar. You're the voice we heard from the sky in Sumeru.
Okay. So, I'm trying to think who has what. If I find something, I'll send it to you. Either like here in chat somewhere, or I'll text it to you. But yeah, I want you to stay warm up there, cause you and GT are all the way up there, and I'm concerned about both of you.
The voice from the sky, I fear that description is wrong. Though, not completely wrong. You're feeling lost now, just as you were feeling previously. I sensed that confusion and thus came to you. Guiding people is an irresistible hobby of mine, after all.
Exactly. Yeah, hopefully I can find something so that way you can keep warm. I don't know who is talking to us for real, because I don't really remember this voice from Sumeru.
Consider me a passerby, just accepting a commission from my friend's disciple on a whim. The prophecy. Yes, what has been prophesized will be fulfilled. You may view such things as the history of the future.
What? Then is there any way we can stop it?
Sentient tea.
I believe you have witnessed a failed attempt with your own eyes. Can everything in Tevat so easily be changed?
Who is Mage in? I don't remember his character.
Ah, so you've caught on. Just as prophecies are usually only the future as seen from the perspectives of the gods, could things be happening in hidden corners where the gods' gaze does not fall? Are the things that you shall see different from the fate that the gods perceive?
What is she talking about? It all sounds really impressive and important and stuff, but It also sounds kind of scary.
I'm very lost here. What do they mean it's about God? I can still see the liquid from here. You don't see that, right?
I believe that you understand, right? Some things are insignificant, but others you must reach out to change. Ultimately, fate shall serve as your only guide, no matter what will happen in Tevat's future. All you need to do is to play your part.
Okay, no, I'm not crazy, because it's right here.
This was good tea, by the way. Thank you for your hospitality. Well, that'll be all for today.
But my question is, where did she get the tea from if there's no teapot?
The voice. It's gone.
Okay. I didn't even get to read that. It goes so fast, it never gives you enough
I
time.
hear someone talking. All right, coming.
God, she has the most annoying yawn.
Hey, it's you who's getting lazy, okay?
Well, I see I've walked in on some lively banter.
Mona!
Mona!
Fine, just fine. I went to take part in that Steambird panel. It turned out to be more interesting than I expected. Not all Fontainians are pessimistic about this. One journalist mentioned that sitting around and waiting for the end to come would be wrong, and that they should make their own rescue preparations. I agreed, so we had a brief chat with her.
Did she have pink hair by any chance?
Why, yes, it was Charlotte. I assume you've heard of her, no? That daredevil journalist?
I had a feeling that's who she meant.
I'm in full support of her view. Prophecies are very important, but how can people allow their lives to be commandeered by just a few words?
That's right! Paimon's glad to hear something sensible for once.
Ah, yes. About what we had discussed before. I did try, but I'm afraid I couldn't reach the old hag. I'll try again tonight, but I wouldn't get your hopes up. Huh? Goodness gracious. Are you serious?
She said that even the god's gaze has blind spots. Pretty bold if you ask Paimon. Most people would believe the gods to be all-knowing, right?
The Hexen Circle members are certainly anything but ordinary. As for the mage named N, the old hag has mentioned her a few times. She said that N's sense of direction is incredible, and that she loves guiding those who are lost. But I've never met her, and if she were still alive, she'd be... Well, suffice it to say that the hag's at least a few hundred now, and N's been around for longer than that.
Whoa. The Hexen Zirkel sounds like a scary group. But they must really stay in shape to live so long.
Their abilities alone are pretty terrifying. If she came to see you personally, then the problem you're facing must truly be of great importance.
Well, it's not like Paimon could understand anything she said.
Yes, she was quite cryptic, but I suspect she means that there is still a way to turn things around. She didn't say when or what that would be, though, so... Perhaps it is something that you cannot know right now. Traveler, Paimon, are you two all right?
Oh, we're fine. We're just a little down right now. It kind of feels like the end is coming, you know?
I see. I feel that same sense of desperation, too. I guess you could consider me someone who has often witnessed fate. So far as I have seen, it cannot be swayed. But even so, I still hope for and believe in miracles. Astrology is eternal and rational, but fate may not be. It is cruel, but it can also be beautiful. Perhaps that's what En was trying to tell you. Not to lose heart, and to believe that what you are seeing playing out before you is not yet set in stone. I did originally think of steering clear of all this, but I couldn't. Even if this is all futile, I still wish to help everyone. If we don't struggle to the last, then how can we face the end when it comes?
Huh. You do have a point.
There I go, talking about astrological principles again. Sorry about that. The moment I start talking about work-related stuff. I need to get going. It was worth trying to comfort you, even if only a little. I believe that you'll help those who are struggling in the same way I did. I suppose that might be why we always seem to meet by coincidence.
Paimon feels kinda moved by what Mona said, but also kinda sad too.
Okay, sorry, I had to grab my blanket. Because I'm getting cold.
Hey, Traveler. Paimon suddenly feels like going outside for a walk. Let's go. Let's walk around the city, shall we? There's a few spots we always like to walk by.
The newsstand. Okay. Hold on. Let's see. I think this will be the fastest. I'm sitting by a heater and drinking some white chocolate. Oh, I'm sorry, Mizuki. Yeah, it's cold. Like, I'm under the regular blanket that's here, but also my other blanket that I normally put like around my shoulders when I'm cold. Yeah, I'm trying to stay warm. I might make me some hot chocolate later. We'll see. This music reminds me so much of Kiki's Delivery Service, which is my favorite movie, by the way.
Huh? Our names are written in this newspaper. What's going on? Let Paimon see! The underwater stronghold, the Fortress of Meripede, has continued in its noble autonomy, but that does not mean that others cannot interact with it. My recent attempts to enter the fortress bore little fruit. Huh. Guess Charlotte still hasn't given up on that.
Yeah, get you some hot chocolate, Hockey. I wish I had some stuff to make some homemade hot chocolate. And I've really been wanting to send, you know, like the mason jars with the ingredients for it, and you just mix it together as a gift. And caffeine withdrawal. Oh, I'm sorry. I hate caffeine withdrawals. It causes the worst headaches. Yeah, I've been wanting to do that, but My car's been messed up, so I haven't really been able to go many places without borrowing Miko's car. Or if Mizuki or somebody picks me up. Hopefully it'll get fixed before my birthday, because I would like to drive myself.
Thus, did an Outlander friend become the focus of this report. A blonde adventurer with their white fairy legends trailing in their wake. It is said that this mysterious traveler once visited the underwater fortress.
I don't see how she's a fairy, but at the same time, it never really explains what she is.
So while the fortress's interior remains a mystery behind closed doors, do not fear, for the tales of the traveler contain surprises in spades. Journalist Charlotte's biggest scoop yet, the Traveler's Trail, World Walker. Huh. Charlotte took so many awesome photos of us and we never even noticed her.
She's a journalist. It's her job, Paimon.
She hasn't been able to get a hold of anything at the fortress, so since we're easier to find, she's using us as the subject matter instead?
Plus, I could have swore she talked about this in the story. Like the last time you physically see her. But,
Seriously? Well, fine. Those headlines and photos do look cool, so Paimon will forgive her this time.
I saw a coin. That scared me, whoever that was. Anyway, I've never seen that coin before. Nor do I know what they're even supposed to do in the game.
We're here! Paimon's hungry. Should we go in and get something to eat?
When are you not hungry? I think now we're going to that hotel, I want to say. But it's really huge and pretty on the inside. I think this is that same hotel. Wait, look for the what? I didn't even see what it said.
Hey, quick! Look! That's the limited edition only 16 slices a day cake! It was so delicious the last time we tried it, despite the tense situation we were in. Let's give it another go. Paimon's sure it'll be great.
One slice of cake, please.
Someone showed up after all. Oh, wait, you're the one from the Palais Mermonia.
Oh, are you here to buy cake too? It seems Monsieur Nervalette was right. You really can eat.
Wow.
Wait, did he really say something like that?
That's right. Even he has his own preferences when it comes to food. As for me, I love the cake and coffee here.
See, y'all don't want to. Y'all are making me want some cake in either coffee or tea. I'm gonna bake some scones now.
Do you come here often?
Usually every day.
Mizuki, I don't know if you hear this song, but does it remind you of Telzillia 1 and 2?
Every day?
It's part of my daily schedule, apart from work. I shall have my cake and coffee.
Then what if someone told you one day that this place would be closing soon, and you wouldn't get to eat cake here anymore? What would you think?
Paimon, why would you ask something like that?
But why would it close?
Well, Paimon doesn't know either, but maybe...
Oh, it'll start back again. Hold on.
Maybe the waters will rise tomorrow.
Oh, the prophecy.
Oops, I didn't mean to skip that.
To be honest, I haven't paid much attention to that. No, still, even if there'd be no more cake tomorrow, that wouldn't keep me from having some today.
Hopefully you can hear it now. It's a really quiet song, so I can't turn up.
No, it's the same for eating in general. You might not be able to eat tomorrow, but if you can do so today, then you should carry on. That's what people call living, you know.
Huh.
Don't be sad. Excuse me, could I have 2 more slices of cake to go? These 2 slices are for you. Sijuin said that this kind of expression you're making is what humans call being sad.
Yeah, because they're not human. I don't know what they are other than Melazines, but they look kind of like, I'm gonna just go with canine creatures. Some of them look like foxes to me, but they have what I call mitten hands because they don't have fingers. And Sijuin, who they're talking about, I might go back to Mary Pete so you can see her, but she's a Melazine that looks more human, which I don't know how that works.
Oh, you know Sijuin?
I sure do. She was born before me, and she sometimes comes to the surface to teach us things about humans. She said that humans are creatures that are saddened easily, yes, and you can only lift their spirits by feeding them delicious food. So please try the cakes here. I've got something else to do, so I'll be going now. You two try to stay in a good mood after eating, all right? Bye.
See? Mitten hands. I don't
And
know
there
if
she
they
goes.
have little wings. It's like what she said. This is what I was talking about before Mizuki, where they'll say stuff, but it's not even what they said on the screen. That's crazy.
Alright, let's dig in. Paimon's sure this cake will be delicious.
Okay, I for real want some cake now.
It's more delicious than last time, and the flavor gets even better with a sip of tea. It sure would be nice if we could come again tomorrow. Sure would be nice if we could always eat delicious food here.
And now she's being, what's the word? Hold on. Yeah, it gets kind of loud sometimes in my ears. Can you hear it now, Mizuki? I know, it's a quiet song, like I said. But now she's being very, it's like pessimistic, but what's that? Melancholy? I think I'm thinking of. Let me see if I can buy anything. But yeah, doesn't it sound like it's from Tales of Zillia, either 1 or 2?
If you want tea or water, just help yourselves.
Sir, what's wrong with you? I don't know. I asked myself the same question. Ooh, finally making us some new recipes. Okay, so we got Boudin, Noir, Album. Sure. I don't know what any of these look like until I cook them. Something with tomatoes. I keep seeing this word a lot lately. I don't even mean like in the game, I mean outside of it. Ooh. Do I need any of these? Oh, I love cream of mushroom soup. How many do I have? I don't know, but I'll go ahead and buy it. Definitely need this. I'm gonna end up buying this man out. But I can't help what I need. I'm always out of sugar. Yeah, if I have like at least 20 or 30, sometimes I don't buy it. Foie gras. Ooh. If I find one of those, it's like a mini stove. Oh, I'll make it. Now this song, I think it only plays in this hotel. All I hear is just so many sound effects, and I think people drinking whatever drink. I think this lady has a twin that works here. Wait, what were you trying to say, Hockey? Let me see. I don't remember what's upstairs. You thought his name was Spaghetti? Let me go back downstairs so I can look at his name. Oh, here she is. The lady I just talked to, this is her twin sister.
Forget about me. This is about Whit.
Exactly.
I don't even know what those two are talking about, even after listening to them.
Art is the key ingredient in fine dining.
I think this is either the owner or manager? I don't know who said that. Oh, his name is it Sanguinetti? You might be Hockey. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm a little hungry myself, even though I ate like an hour ago. But it's cause I only had like smaller portions than what I normally eat. I might it does, right, Mizuki? I might have to make me something soon, but I might also make some tea. I gotta figure out which one because I have several flavors. Oh, that reminds me. Hockey?
Oh, we're near the Seabird office. Let's go look for Charlotte and have a chat.
Alright. I'm gonna pause that there for a second. I meant to send you this, I don't know how many times, don't remember if I did, but there is a tea place that's here. I think they're in Atlanta. I can't remember. But it's I think a husband and wife, and I met them at MomoCon the first time I went. I think 2 years ago. I want to say, and they have so many different flavors. So I'm gonna put the link for it in chat so you can look at them, and anybody else that wants to look too. Now, I don't know if all of their teas have caffeine, but I know certain ones don't, and you would have to look and see which one is which. Now, I have 4 of the flavors because at the time, the newest one is called Black Marzipan Rose Tea. It smells so good that even when I drink it, I still smell all the different roses and other flowers in it. But I love the fact that it's actually dried. The leaves are dried, the dried flowers, everything. What game made you mad? And what are you playing? Speaking of being upset about a game, and yes, we're talking about tea. I put a link, like, 4 comments up. But yeah, I played Soul Calibur 6 last night. Y'all, my blood was boiling. And I never get that mad unless the game is cheating. Hotline Miami. That sounds familiar. Was it a racing game? I remember that name. But anyway. Oh, y'all, I almost threw my controller at the door. I was extra mad. Whew, I felt my face heating up, my ears, my body. I was like, if I don't beat legendary in arcade mode, I'm about to turn this game off. I beat it. I was still mad. I still turned the game off and I played Sonic Mania to calm my nerves. I turned it off after like 5 minutes because it was just too much. Exactly. That is how I felt last night. I almost turned my PlayStation off. Oh, that one. Oh my goodness. Is it multiplayer or single player? But go check the link. I'll put it again so you can see it. And I'll redeem this for you in a second, Hockey. But yeah, let me go and stretch. Oh, okay, single player. I was like, yo, I'm playing as the most difficult character in the game, and it going against myself is wild to me. I don't want to play it. Because, you know, it takes a lot for me to get mad. But, ooh, I was mad. And I don't need to play that if I'm really gonna get mad. Hold on. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna take my sip of water. In 1 second. Woo! I hope you get to calm down. I'll put it again, the link for the tea. It's chibi tea. Alright, computer, don't start with me today too now. Alright. Let's see, Ghost Runner. See, I don't want to play Ghost Runner because I watched a demo of it. I watched you go play a demo of it. I was like, no. I don't have the patience for that anymore. But yeah. Ooh, that was too cold. But yeah. The way they're making games now some days and sometimes it's like they want people to be mad on purpose. Yeah, they do have stickers. I think they just started doing stickers possibly this year or last year. I know it's very recent. But yeah, I want to order some more tea because it really is how much it costs. Even when I got it from MomoCon, I got it for I think I spent like 45 because I bought the Earl Grey tea, the chamomile lavender. Where's the other one? The peach black tea. It has dried peaches in it. It's delicious, especially with honey in it. Cause I don't use sugar in my tea. I use honey for sweetening. And the marzipan rose tea. That one smells so good. Peach one smells like straight up peaches. So please give that one a try. I want to try the green tea, the jasmine green tea, possibly creme brulee. Let me see if they got any more new ones. Oh yeah, it's the Blue Dragon chai. That might be good. And the black mojito. Ooh. Now I might not be able to try the Blue Dragon one because it has blueberries and I can't really eat those. Ugh, which is unfortunate. Everything else, I think I'm good. But yeah, they had a special going if you got, I think like a set of 3 or all 4 of them, you only spent like $45, but, or 30, something like that, I can't remember. But, the rose tea was the newest flavor at the time. It is, y'all, I cannot tell you how good it smells. It's like being in, I say a garden of fresh flowers with like a hint of sweetness, but it tastes exactly like how it smells. Oh, I talked him up. Hey, GT. What the heck? A random NPC. How you doing, GT?
Wow! If it isn't the Traveler and Paimon! Oh, have you seen the article I wrote about you?
Are you staying warm up there? Yes, we were. Cause I know you and Hockey are way up north. So I was making sure that both of y'all are staying warm. Because I know it's freezing. Oh my gosh. Do you have blankets? Fleece clothing, warm socks, wool socks, all that. I don't want you to turn into a popsicle up there now. Here it's been on and off cold. I think the coldest has been, it's like 30 something degrees. I'm glad your toes finally came back to life, Hockey. Do I need to send you some what are they called again? Cabin socks? Good. Good. Woo. I'm getting to the point where I have to wear like 2 layers, but please, y'all, stay warm up there. I think now I might have to start making hats.
Ha! You've got some nerve! You just used us to make some quick Mora!
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I heard that you were in Poisson some time back, so I sent you a letter to discuss just that. It appears you didn't receive it, though.
You finally got under some blankets? Good. Even better to hear. I'm under 2 blankets myself. I have to take my other one off from time to time because it gets too hot for me.
It's all right, though. I've set aside the amount intended for you. I've even set the table with some food.
You have a fleece onesie? I need to get my Rilakuma one. Yugo, he has a hedgehog one. It is so cute. Is it like one of the character ones?
Really? Oh, you're the best!
You're almost a little too easy to win over, Paimon. If I were a journalist with ulterior motives, you'd be in trouble now, you know.
Oh, Paimon knows you're not like that.
Oh my god, you have Snorlax? Yes, that is amazing. I love Snorlax.
Still, what brings you here all of a sudden? Were you looking for me?
See, now I want it. A friend of ours met you a while back, and when she mentioned it, we thought of coming to see you. Her name's Mona.
Ah, so you know Miss Mona as well. She's a guest columnist for our paper. Really good one, too. She's so young and already such a brilliant astrologist. So she mentioned me? What did she say?
She said that you're a real daredevil of a journalist.
Nice. In which case, can this daredevil journalist dare to request an exclusive interview with the legendary Traveler and Paimon?
Huh? So your article in the paper today doesn't count?
Oh, of course it doesn't. That was more like live photography. What I'd like to do is dive deeper and ask you to talk about the things you've seen and experienced.
Yeah, are we even qualified enough?
Why not? If I say you're worth an interview, then you're worth it. But not right now, of course. I'll need a few days to prepare.
Oh, in that case, we'll just chat when you have the time then?
Oh, so that's a yes? Ooh, splendid! I'll tell the editor-in-chief immediately. I'll have to apply for lighting, a venue, some props, and... Whew, so much to get done now. Talk to you later.
Jeez.
Wait, Charlotte, Paimon's still got a question for you.
And what's that?
I was about to say she's already gone.
If, just for example, Fontaine were to be flooded tomorrow, what would you do today?
Here we go again.
Huh. That's the prophecy you're talking about, isn't it? I mean, I do hear about it often, but I've never once thought that the day could be tomorrow. If you're seriously asking, then I might try and think of a way to leave Fontaine. Oh, but I'm still a journalist first and foremost. That means I have a duty to be reporting from the scene. And secondly, I wouldn't forsake my homeland that easily. From what I've seen, most people don't know what they'd do should the worst come to pass. In truth, it might be better just to behave like normal rather than worry over such an end. So in all likelihood, I'd probably still be prepping at the office for that interview of ours. I know what you're thinking. That sounds a bit sad, but I've always believed that it's best to do what you enjoy.
Oh, that reminds me. Let me put that there too. Exactly, GT. In GT, this is for anybody that wants to look, but this is a line of tea that I like to get since I bought it from MomoCon here. About a year or two ago. They have different flavors. I'm hanging on to a door. Y'all are something else. I don't know myself. This would be a tough question. But yes, check it out when you get a chance. They have good tea. They have some that have caffeine, and certain ones are caffeine free. But all like actual dried leaves and fruit or flowers. So all botanical goodness.
Just think about it. If this nation really were to be suddenly destroyed tomorrow, but I still successfully finish an exclusive interview with a truly unique person, then the story I would wind up writing would truly be timeless. And then do you know what I'd do? Well, I'd write that story, send it for printing, and use messenger pigeons to get copies out to the various nations as soon as possible.
That would be extremely helpful.
I'm not a dreamer, nor am I a workaholic, but I do love my job, and I'd be proud of leaving such an article behind. I guess you could say that I was born to be a journalist. But anyway, that's my answer. And on that note, I'll get back to my preparations.
That's so nice. All of a sudden, Paimon actually kinda envies her. Anyway, let's go and take a look at the sea, shall we?
And the teas, they come in,
The sea breeze and scenery can be a pretty soothing combo, huh?
I don't know, like, if you're getting from the website, if they come in a bag, or, how I have the metal tins. But yeah. Yes, she does. And it really drives me crazy. At times.
Paimon's been thinking. If it wasn't Fontaine, but all of Tevat that would be destroyed tomorrow, where would we go and what would we do? No, Paimon should ask, if you could choose, what would you like to do? We've always been moving to the next destination, so we haven't spent much time thinking about these kinds of things. We didn't have to either, with us always being on the road and whatnot.
That and we're not from Fontaine. But that's a different story.
You mean, still traveling? Huh. Wait, isn't that what we've always been doing?
Exactly. Like, I would love to visit Japan. It's on my list. It has been since high school, and I used to live in Europe. So, I would like to visit there again. Okay, finally I can read this one. The banter goes back and forth between the two of you as time goes by. As night falls, you return to your accommodations and end this busy day. Reading too fast. The next few days are just as calm. Charlotte comes to you and conducts the interview in the Spina di Rosula safe house at the Fleuves Songe? I forgot how they said it was pronounced. Navia, having finished her business in Poisson, even drops by to take a photo with the two of you. All goes well. Alright. I love how we go straight to a loading screen, but I don't even know what's happening at this point. But yeah, I would like to take a trip anywhere.
Feels like you'll grow mold if you stay here long enough.
Oh, this character.
But it's still better than the Fortress of Mirapede, that's for sure. It's not only damp there, but salty too.
Ah, so the two of you are still here. Wonderful.
Oh, you're from the Palais Mermonia, aren't you?
Yes, I'm Isadora. Monsieur Nervillet sent me to look for you two before. I heard that afterward you went to the Fortress of Meropide. Not at all. I'm well aware that you're friends of his. Actually, I'm here to pass along a message from him. Yes, inside the Opera House. The Maréchaussée Phantom has declared the incident a small-scale riot.
A riot?
Well, that said, I don't personally think it was that serious. Lady Farina was watching a performance at the Opera House, and while she was resting during an intermission, some other audience members suddenly started harassing her. Loudly accusing her of doing nothing about the prophecy crisis. And before she could respond, others started to join in.
Oh no. You're late. I think a couple seconds. How long was it? Because, I can never see it. Well, from my end anyway. But, I hope it's not, like, super long. I try to make them kind of short when I can. Because now they're trying to make people on here have super long ads just to pay out whatever. And I'm like, that's annoying. And I know it's optional, but the fact that you're trying to force it, why?
The crowd continued to grow, and protests against the Hydro Archon started to break out.
So people have started to put the blame on Farina. Guess they finally found an outlet for the pressure they've been under due to the prophecy.
I agree. People will naturally rely on gods, as is customary. But the moment people feel threatened, gods are also the first to be blamed.
So what happened after that? Is Farina okay?
Seeing that the situation was spiraling out of control and that further argument was pointless, she claimed that she'd gotten tired of this and left in a hurry. The Maréchaussée Phantom had their hands full maintaining order and did not catch where Lady Farina had gone. Only when things had stabilized did we realize that she had gone missing.
So, you mean she's still missing?
That's not good.
That's right. The Maréchaussée has dispatched many people to search for her, but we don't have any leads yet. That said, I don't think there's much to worry about. She is a god after all. Even if she were to fall into the hands of rioters, what could ordinary people do to her? Good. Monsieur Nervillet sent me to tell you about the situation, but he didn't say anything else.
Don't worry. This is more than enough to go on. Thanks for keeping us informed.
Ah, is that so? Well, all right then. In that case, you two take care. I'll be heading back to the Palais now.
Well, sounds like we should hurry over to Poisson then. If we know Farina, she won't try to fix things in this situation. Instead, she'll look for a place to wait out the heat. And, as we also know, she may be loud and dramatic, but she doesn't have a heart of stone. When Nervillet was talking to her in the Palais Mermonia, and she heard about Poisson, she couldn't hide her sadness and remorse. It would be hard for her to ignore being accused by the public today. Paimon thinks Farina's probably taken the opportunity to slip away to Poisson and try to relieve the sense of guilt that she's feeling. Huh. Well, what do you think? Paimon knows the answer, of course, but Paimon can do the analysis to back it up, too. Cool, huh?
Mm-hmm.
In that case, there's not a moment to lose. Poisson, here we come!
Right. And I don't remember where that is. Hold on. Probably here. Alright. Let me see something while I'm sitting here. Alright, I'm moving. Just a minute. Yeah, I gotta figure out how to change up these ad times, cause make it super long. $30. Okay. I wanted to make sure it wasn't like a minute or more, because I have seen that myself for like, if I'm on other people's streams, some people have like, I think like over 2-minute ads, but it depends on like the person. I have to remember to do that this time, because I forgot last time. But yeah, as long as it's kind of short, that's all I wanted to make sure of. I need to go down here. As I hate ads in general, especially like YouTube now. Sometimes nothing but ads. Is this where I'm supposed to be? Wait, what? Oh no, this is something else. I hate when these things show up because I get confused. And I don't know if she's up, well, if she's there, on the top part or the lower levels. Okay, she might be down near the bottom. No? Okay. Trying to remember how to get even to that area. Is it behind me? Let me see. There's a big bird.
This place looks deserted. Guess all the survivors must have evacuated already. All that's left here are signs of devastation. Could Farina really be here? Let's try to find her as soon as possible.
This place normally looks so lively and pretty. Wait, is that her? Game acting like I'm not pressing X as usual. I guess she really is here.
That's Farina, right over there. She really is here all on her own.
Should I just give up? This is all meaningless. What was meant to happen did happen after all. Everyone's dead. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Give up, Farina. There's no point in holding out. I'm sorry. But what can I even do other than to repeat meaningless apologies over and over? Who's that?
Don't worry, Farina, it's just us.
So it is you, blonde traveler from another land. Why, I almost thought you were someone from that mob of my ignorant subjects. Come to kneel and beg for my forgiveness.
Whoop. My star flipped up from my tumbler. Ah! Where's the napkin? So a little bit of water spilled, but it's okay. No damage. Let's see where to do with that. Okay. And thanks for that, GT.
Farina, you were crying just now, weren't you? The tear stains on your face are obvious.
What do you mean, tear stains? Oh, I remember. The show at the Opera House earlier this morning was so moving. I'm still trying to process it.
Mm-hmm.
Who did that uncivilized rabble think they were? Disturbing my enjoyment of the arts. They even dare to tout their archon. I must teach them a lesson. I can just imagine their twisted and frustrated faces once they realize that I'm nowhere to be found. Oh, and I'm sure Nouvellette and those people from the Marish Chaussee Phantom are freaking out right next to them, too.
I'm sorry, I can't stand her laugh. It's annoyed me since the very beginning. But I need her to stop putting the front right now.
Of course not.
Hey, there she is! The Hydro Archon's over there!
How did these people even get down here?
Quick, after her!
Farina, those people seem to be after you.
Mizuki, you sound like me when I first started the Fontaine story.
They are? They're just some rabid fans who want to cut the line because they haven't been able to meet me in person, aren't they?
Absolutely not, Farina.
That's against the rules. I can't let them get their way.
What is she doing?
Farina just ran off. Quick, we have to catch up with her.
What was that?
This should be the place, right? Hey, Farina! There's a good hiding spot over here. Quick, come to Paimon before the rest of them catch up to you.
What is this place?
Hurry, they're almost here.
Fine.
suppose haste is warranted. Lead the way.
I wish I knew what is happening, but I don't. This game leaves me with more questions than answers every single time.
Paimon's exhausted.
I was gonna say something about her flying everywhere, but I'll leave it alone.
I'm so tired. I totally thought they had caught me. No, I mean, I merely gave in to the sheer enthusiasm they displayed. You're right.
Yep, that's a good girl.
Oh, whoa.
What's happening? The ground's shaking. Is it an earthquake?
Yeah, a quake of this kind preceded the flooding in Poisson, didn't it?
GT. Exactly, like, I stay side-eyeing both of these characters. Ooh.
It can't be. It's happening again.
Well, there's no need to worry too much about that. Neverlette's made some emergency plans, so the evacuation should go a lot smoother this time.
Yeah, I hope you're right. But the people of Poisson, they've already...
I hope she is talking about her actual feelings because I get tired of her theatrics a lot of the time.
It's true. I've been investigating the prophecy for hundreds of years. I once had informants all over Tevat, searching for clues and feeding information back to me. I've tried all kinds of ways, too, to hold back the sea. Anything to keep the coastline from advancing.
She is worse than Magulu. Like, I love Magulu from Tales of Berseria. But for Rita, she is like a Magulu times 10.
But all my efforts proved to be futile in the end. Really, the truth has been clear to me for a very long time. We cannot make an enemy of the divine. No matter what we do, the will of the heavenly principles will have its way, and the prophecy shall be fulfilled. Give up. I do love the sound of that phrase. It would mean finally coming to terms with fate, but also for me to finally be free. Indeed, I've thought about giving up so many times, especially after we almost lost Poisson. Fate is really unreasonable, isn't it? It has no heart and obeys no rules. The prophecy has only just started to come true, and so many people have already lost their lives. But just now, it all became clear to me. I still don't have the right to come to terms with fate on behalf of everyone else. As long as the final moment hasn't come, it's still not too late. Don't worry. I will keep hope alive for everyone until the very end. Well, that's enough for now. I got the impulse to play the stricken maiden, but honestly, considering my rank and station, that wasn't a good fit at all.
Gigantic eye roll. Gigantic eye roll. Crazy, isn't it? Like, I still am very on the fence with this character. Ever since she was introduced.
Don't take any of what I just said seriously.
How could I possibly let Fontaine fall to the whims of trivial prophecy?
Come on! Paimon could have sworn you were actually being honest just now.
Music, you have no idea how many times I've said that myself. She drives me crazy. She is right up there with Paimon. Okay. I don't know why they don't just put these together when a lot of times it's the same phrase or sentence. Although I don't know what you might be keeping from everyone, your people are more than willing to share your burden with you.
Share my burden. That's impossible. It was fated right from the start that this would be my duty alone.
Yes, Mizuki. This is who I've been talking about. Because, oh my god, like the way she was being at the beginning was even worse than now. Whew. Yeah, she really does it for me.
A witness. Yes, I've heard that you came to Tevat from beyond the stars, yes. In other words, you never belonged here. And if Tevat is, in its entirety, a show on a stage, then you're just a spectator, aren't you?
I still want to know, like, what planet or, I don't know, universe we are from. Because it only talks a little bit about it throughout the entirety of the game so far. I don't know what's going to be after Fontaine yet because I don't really keep up with it unless it's on the game when I play it.
If that's the case...
Oh, okay, it's an actual cutscene. They still are GT, but I don't know at what rate they do it because it's so random. Yeah, we still got fire and ice left. What in the world? What? How did this dude teleport us from... Well... What? Not teleport, I meant transport us from there to here.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes my opening performance.
This is the greatest magician.
Now, without further ado, we may proceed to the trial of our god.
So, this is what it is. Yes, you deserve praise for the effort you took to raise the dramatic stakes. Do not forget, however, that I am Fosalor, the god of justice, the embodiment of justice itself. Does it not strike you as even the least bit absurd to bring the very concept of justice to trial?
May I interpret these words as your refusal to stand trial?
He scared me, by the way, because I didn't even know he was up there.
In that case, you will have the opportunity to defend your honor through a duel.
You would draw your blade against a god?
Yep, we are in court.
I see. It seems like you have made up your mind.
Paimon can't believe it. She just surrendered.
See? I told you, like, the court cases in this game are completely crazy. Well, I mean for Fontaine.
What the heck is going on? Did I just see an Archon surrender to a human?
Wow, how utterly humiliating.
These audience members get on my nerves too.
Lady Farina, what is the meaning of this?
Shh! It would seem that there has been a misunderstanding. To be clear, the raising of both hands is not always an indication of surrender.
Looking for excuses again, huh?
I raised my hands just now to indicate my acceptance of the trial. No duel shall be necessary. I will admit that I've been running away for a long time. I'm sorry, everyone. I was unable to protect the people of Poisson. It is my duty to stand trial for my crimes. You are not the only ones to be disappointed in me. I, too, am exceedingly disappointed in myself. But now, it is time for the Hydro Archon to show you her courage and resolve. I, Farina, will use this trial to show the world the true meaning of justice! This time, I will protect you. Applaud and rejoice. One of the most outrageous and fantastical arcs known to the opera epiclese is now unfolding before your eyes. Mark my words. This shall be one of the most exhilarating and brilliant shows ever to grace the stage of Fontaine. The trial of the Hydro Archon, Focalor, will now begin!
Dramatic.
Woohoo! Oh, now we're making history.
Right, Nouvillette.
Why does it feel like Farina just took over the whole thing? Like, come on! Didn't she just get forced to stand trial for her crimes? Also, even though she's still acting super dramatic, she is taking this seriously this time, right?
Good questions, Paimon. Good questions.
All right, then. Who will be my opponent in this trial?
The court asks the prosecutor to please take the stand.
It's me? What? She is the the most confusing character in this game so far.
Is that so? Very well. Then please speak, witness of Tivat, my
Right,
accuser
Hockey.
and fated opponent.
Oh.
Also, please allow me to ask, as a final question before the trial begins. Just how much work did you do to force me onto this stage?
Well, we did do a lot of prep after the meeting that day.
I can go over the tasks assigned to the Spina di Rosula, since they were rather straightforward and easy.
Navia, the president of the Spina di Rosula.
Most of the people who participated in the disturbance this morning were my subordinates. They changed into plain clothes and came to the Opera House as regular audience members, waiting for the perfect opportunity to incite insurrection against you.
Okay, so this is that trap that they were trying to do. Okay.
The people's resentment against their Archon has been building as more and more of the prophecy is fulfilled. A spark was all we needed to turn smoldering anger into a flame. Moreover, according to our understanding and analysis of you, when something like that occurred, you would likely flee the scene and head to Poisson by yourself.
Yep. Major plot twist. Yep. This was, the plan that they wanted to trap her, so she had to tell what is really going on in that head of hers. But I didn't know how they were going to do it.
So, we arranged for a second group to lie in wait there.
So, you mean... The ones who scoured the settlement for me were also from the Spina.
And their goal was to force you to step into the giant magic box so you may personally participate in the greatest magic performance in all of Fontainian history.
That's right. That house was a magic box, rather than someone's residence.
As the super ultimate version of the setup that I used when I first performed at the Opera Epiclese, the volume of the box was increased by a whole order of magnitude, and the distance it traversed was the entire gap between Poisson and Aranias. Its cargo, of course, was an Archon instead of a human.
How he arranged that is beyond me.
My thanks, Farina. Without your help, we could never have pulled off such an extraordinary performance.
You're welcome?
Of course, this performance was only made possible with Father's support. The House of the Hearth spent a massive amount of labor in Mora to pull this off.
Okay, that answers that question.
We had to select a location, construct the giant magic box, dig a tunnel, and open up a path through the water. It was a lot of work for all of us.
So, in other words, the earthquake that we felt within the giant magic box was just a normal tremor from the transportation of the whole house?
That's right. It wasn't a sign of another disaster to come.
Then, I can guess Nervillette and Cloran's parts.
I didn't know Charlotte was down there.
You gathered a crowd, prepared a stage, and made sure that the champion duelist would be immediately ready for a fight. Also that as soon as I appeared on the stage, the trial may commence without a hitch. Am I right?
Yes, that is correct.
Well, Clorand, I must commend you for your courage. Only the most outstanding champion duelist in all of Fontaine would accept a duel with an Archon without flinching.
Thank you.
As for you, Traveler, I suppose your role was to keep me distracted with conversation once you found me in Poisson. You'd make sure that I didn't notice anything amiss before revealing yourself as my prosecutor once we'd arrived onto the stage.
Oh?
Is that so? Then I suppose I must have missed my final chance. It's fine. It matters not. What's done is done. The stage is already set, so there's no reason to disappoint the audience. Let's see this trial through to the very end.
I don't understand why the character doesn't just say this out loud, because they have voices. It's so weird to me.
Madam Prosecutor, please allow me to pass this along. This is a document that Miss Charlotte applied for and received permission to share with you during the trial. According to her, it should speed up the proceedings.
Huh? Charlotte wanted to give us something? Oh, so she's here too! Hey, Charlotte!
Exactly, Mizuki. Like, they talk during the court case. And I don't understand.
Oh, let Paimon see. Isn't this the exclusive interview that she did with us before? So she's already finished it, huh? Wait, then that means this document is a perfect timeline of everything that's happened ever since we stepped foot in Fontaine! So in other words, we can refer to this anthology of evidence every time we want to use something from our journey as evidence for an argument! Let's quickly confirm the information in it. Just think of it as a refresher, alright?
You defeated the Hydro Archon in the very first duels you took part in at the Opera House. That's one for the history books, all right. I didn't think that you'd wind up getting to the bottom of the case I'd been following all this time. I guess you could also see this as a happy coincidence. This is the first time Monsieur Nervillette had a difference of opinion with the oratories. Even the Hydro Archon can't figure it out.
And we still don't know where he is. He could be anywhere.
A Fatui Harbinger. She's an extraordinary person. Her instinct must mean something. The fortress of Meripede was almost destroyed in a single day. That I didn't witness that scene personally will always be a source of professional regret, I think. According to Monsieur Nervillette, both Child and that whale should have been in the primordial sea at that time. I nearly lost my awesome friend Navia. To be honest, that still gives me shivers.
I'm gonna assume that's his, Fatui Harbinger name, but his actual name is Tartaglia, so I don't know. Even when they first introduced him, I want to say it was in the Liyue part of the story and certain parts of Inazuma. I was like, why do y'all keep calling him Child? And you keep also calling him Tartaglia. Which is it?
The words of someone as extraordinary as a witch can probably only be truly understood when something surreal happens to you.
Okay, I guess that's it.
The prosecution and the defense are both in position. The trial shall now begin.
Oh my god, I hate this.
Oh, come on, Nervillette. There's no need to repeat all the unimportant legalese. Just fast forward to the part where the prosecution lays out my offenses. As the defendant and the lead actress of this performance, I still haven't even been informed of my supposed guilt in all of this. Of course, it is only natural for humans to struggle to understand the actions of a god. However, you will need more than that to convict me of a crime.
That's true, but my charge here is unrelated to your conduct as an Archon.
What the... Look, do you see what I'm talking about now, y'all? The character just talked. Why can't I ever talk like this normally? I had to think about who was talking for a minute.
Instead, I would like to charge you as a fraud who's never been the Archon in the first place.
What?
Wait, what was that? Lady Farina's a fraud?
Hey, I came here thinking that we were going to try the Hydro Archon for forsaking her duty, but did I hear that right? She's not our Archon at all?
Yeah, I don't know about the male one, but the female traveler, she's had 2 different voice actresses. I think this is the second one.
Charge accepted. Lady Farina, do you plead guilty to the charge? Lady Farina.
I plead not guilty. How can I be guilty? There is no way that I, Focalor, otherwise known as Farina de Fontaine, a member of the Seven and the Regina of all waters, kindreds, peoples, and laws of Fontaine, could be anything other than your true Archon.
Yeah, even though Lady Farina can be rather eccentric, isn't it going too far to doubt her very identity?
Yeah, I've never questioned her identity either. Sure, Lady Farina can be super irresponsible, but what grounds does that prosecutor have to make such a huge claim?
I have cause to believe that common sense will prevail in this case. Many of the members of the audience have known me as the Hydro Archon ever since they were born. There would be no fooling their memory.
Mm-hmm.
See? Even the Oratrice has decided to show me its favor.
you sure you want to commit to a charge that will never be upheld? If you wish to drop the case, I can promise you as the god of justice that you will not have to face trial for making a false accusation. We will treat everything that's happened as a dramatic spectacle and move on with our lives. What do you say to that?
Huh. An argument with near impossible odds, huh? We have to not only refute Farina's claims, but also overturn the long-held beliefs of the people.
Well, I tried to give you the chance to surrender. If you must persist, then let me ask. If you believe I'm not the Archon, then what manner of being do you think I am? And if I was not the Archon, then how did I manage to live for over 500 years?
You tell me. I always wonder how old she was. Let's see. Yeah, because she did say something about this.
First of all, you may be a member of another long-lived race, which would allow you to naturally possess an extended lifespan. And second of all, even if that wasn't the case, there could be other ways to extend your life.
Who gave you that idea? Was it the knave? You'd sink so low as to use a harbinger's words against me.
A curse? I once thought it possible that the aura of an Archon might naturally resemble a type of curse. But in light of this claim, perhaps what I sensed was not your divinity, but a curse after all.
You sensed it too, huh, Neverlet?
Lady Farina is actually a human?
Well, it is true that it's extremely difficult to tell humans and gods apart just by looking at them. It's not impossible.
This is true in this game, especially in Inazuma, because the Thunder God, she looks just like anybody else from Inazuma.
Well, don't start celebrating too early now. Even if I have been carrying a curse like you said, how does that prove that I am merely a human being?
Oh, I already knows for you, Haki. I didn't even see that.
Besides, everyone knows that the main difference between a human and a god is the possession of authority. Gods can do what humans cannot. That's why they're worshipped as gods.
Uh-huh.
For centuries, manifestations of my authority have served the nation of Fontaine. One need only to turn their eyes towards the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal in this very opera house, or consider the endemnitium that is used in every aspect of life.
That is the meme of this month, y'all. The name of that, the set of scales back there. Okay, so let's see. Oh yeah, this is when Child got convicted because he was actually innocent, but the thing said he was guilty, and she had no idea why, because she had the most shocked look on her face. That was one of those tough ones too, because we even proved him innocent.
You tried to reference the Oratrice, but weren't you as confused as all the rest of us when the Oratrice declared Child to be guilty without any proof? Otherwise, you should have come up with a good explanation for that by now.
Yeah. Yeah, so he got in prison into the Maripede prison that we were in, and we haven't seen him since, so I don't know where he is.
Didn't I make myself clear at the time? The decisions of the gods are naturally difficult for humans to comprehend. There is no need to provide an explanation.
Yes, it is.
Lady Farina, I believe a reminder of your current circumstances is in order. While the court is in session, the principles of justice and the law must come before all else. While you are an Archon, you are also first and foremost the defendant in this trial.
Plus, he's the judge.
You will prove yourself unable to defend against the prosecution's charges if you continue to withhold vital information against the rules of the court.
I never thought you'd use that kind of rhetoric against me.
That was no trick of rhetoric, Lady Farina. I've merely reiterated the rules of the court. Rules that all should respect and follow.
So, you neither knew why Child was declared guilty, nor did you understand the structure and operations of the Oratrice. Instead of having been created by you, the manifestations of authority you mentioned have been made by the real Hydro Archon, haven't they?
The real Hydro Archon? Well, now you're really losing me. It is true that I did not know why the Oratrice gave out a guilty verdict that day. But the Oratrice handed out that verdict unilaterally, and it has been operating independently ever since it was first created. You can't argue that just because a divine creation is flawed, that the god behind it must also be no god at all.
She's still throwing out all kinds of excuses. Seems like she's confident that we won't be able to produce proof that she has no power over the Oratrice.
My power as an Archon. There are many ordinary citizens in the audience. How can I just carelessly demonstrate the formidable power of an Archon?
If that poses a concern, I'm prepared to extend my protection to the audience.
You don't need to go that far.
Aren't you the Hydro Archon? Or is it that you can't even wield the power of Hydro, much less the authority of a god?
Indemnitium! Yes! It's all because of Indemnitium! All Archons derive their power from the faith of the people, and I've converted the people's faith in justice into Indemnitium! Thus did I give up all of my divine power to provide everyone with energy for their daily lives. Have you ever seen a more magnanimous god?
Isn't that a huge stretch?
I'm mad this lady said what I was thinking.
Yeah, no matter how generous an Archon can be, how could they give up all their power? Can a god with no power even still be called a god?
It seems like nobody's buying Farina's excuse.
Hey, come now, everyone. Please don't stare at me as if I was a liar. I'm still the same Farina you knew, right? The one that you loved. Shouldn't you want to believe in me? Please? You've got to believe me.
If what the prosecutor said is true, she really has committed a grave offense.
Did she deceive all of us? And all of our parents and grandparents too? And then all of our ancestors? Ever since they were born?
Enough! That's enough. Tell me then, if I'm not the real Hydro Archon, then who is? If you have no evidence of another Hydro Archon's existence, nor can you find anyone who can back up their claim to be such, then what grounds have you to say that I'm not actually the real deal?
Wow, she came up with yet another argument. How can we refute her now? Seems like she really doesn't want to give up.
She's gonna argue with you. Let's see.
It has been established that all Fontainians can dissolve in water from the primordial sea. And that means...
Since you insist on claiming to be a god and not a human, then there's a method that you can use right here and now to eliminate all suspicions of you being the latter.
Miss Navia, please apply to serve as a temporary attorney for the prosecution before addressing the court. Though you act in partnership with the prosecutor, you must still adhere to proper procedure.
Super sorry, Monsieur Chief Justice. I swear this really will be the last time that I'll speak out of turn. Now, I've brought some seawater from Poisson. As everyone knows, a massive flood struck the area not long ago, taking many lives, including those of some of my closest friends. So, Miss Farina, would you dare to touch some of this seawater?
Oh my gosh, I didn't think they actually had it on the stage.
If we are to believe that you are indeed the real Hydro Archon, touching this seawater would have no effect on you. All it should do is strengthen your case. But if you don't dare to touch it, then we would have basically proved the reverse. Oh, and I must remind you that after the disaster at Poisson, nobody wants to see any more people dissolve. I do hope you'll act prudently and choose the simpler path of admitting guilt.
Navia from the Spina di Rasula. The Spina has governed Poisson for many years. I guess her suggestion is valid.
If Lady Farina is indeed just a human, she's probably Fontainian like all the rest of us. Would she really dare to try?
I would hope not, but...
Lady Farina, this test has been unilaterally proposed by the prosecution. As it falls outside the realm of standard court proceedings, you possess the right to decline participation.
Well, of course he had to tell her that. But refusing to participate is basically the same as a confession of guilt.
She's just staring at the water without saying a single word. It really does seem like she's quite terrified of it. That could only mean...
What's going on? Is she really planning to... That's not what we thought she would...
Due to the inherent risk of the test, Lady Farina, you may...
Hey!
I'm fine! Look! Look at me, everyone! My hand is still here! I haven't been dissolved! Will you believe me now? I really am your Archon! I'm nothing like a normal human who would fall apart as soon as they touch this water! Really? Was this not the most obvious thing in the world?
Miss Siegewing? If you're present, Miss Siegewing, please come forward and attend to the defendant.
Siegewing? Don't be nervous. It'll just take a few seconds. Let me see.
Oh, this is Siegewing here that I was talking about earlier, who looks more human than Melzine.
That should be enough.
Please announce the results of your evaluation
I know,
to
she
the court,
is so
Miss
cute.
Siegewing.
She has the same voice as Charlotte from Atelier Charlie Mizuki.
As everyone doubtlessly saw, Miss Farina was displaying symptoms of hyperventilation and flushed skin. These indicate that she was experiencing the adverse effects of exposure to primordial seawater. The extent to which she was affected is the same as other humans when exposed to primordial seawater of a similar concentration.
Thank you, Miss Seedween. Lady Farina, you may return to the defendant's stand.
Oh, wait, what did she just say? I didn't get dissolved. Shouldn't that be enough to prove my innocence?
Well, considering your tendency to run from your problems, we did originally prepare a direct sample of the seawater around Poisson. However, after extensive discussion, we exchanged it for a sample that is not concentrated enough to dissolve an actual human. After all, on the off chance that something entirely unexpected might occur, we don't want anyone else to lose their life to the sea.
Yeah, so out of regard for Farina's life, you secured a low-concentration sample and asked the head nurse to serve as an expert witness. It's a great thing that the direct sample wasn't actually used. Farina could have...
I can't believe... You...
There is so much happening here.
Listen to me, everyone. Please don't give me such cold and disdainful looks. What happened just now didn't prove a single thing. Think about it. How can you conclusively prove that an Archon can't also be affected by the primordial seawater? Also, if I was really just a human, why would I dare to just put my hand in that kind of water?
The original one with Lenny was the longest. The one for Child, I think it was shorter. But my goodness, it's taking forever. Ugh.
Please, anyone, just listen to me. I swear, I really am your Archon.
Mizuki.
I don't think anything she says at this point will sway anyone. The odds are just too stacked against her now.
They really are.
With all the things that have been said, Paimon doesn't think there's any way left for Farina to win.
I believe the time for arguments and presentation of evidence has come to an end. If there are no objections, we will move on to the final judgment.
Wait, what is going on here?
She says at this point will sway anyone who's too stacked against her now.
Oh wait, this is probably in her head, but I can't do anything yet.
In my capacity as Chief Justice, I shall now render judgment on Farina's misrepresentation of herself as the Archon of Fontaine. As a human who knowingly deceived her fellow citizens, Farina is guilty.
Not the screen crack. Not the screen crack. And then guilty. This is just like her crying on that prophecy.
We shall now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale to render the final verdict on the charges.
I guess that's how I hear this man say this. Because the internet has ruined it. Oh, cutscene time. Maybe. We'll see. And that is what she's talking about called Indonesium.
Of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Farina is...
Well, what's wrong? What's the Oratrice's verdict?
No, The oratrice also displays a guilty verdict.
I know, right?
Isn't that correct then?
However, the exact wording of the verdict is thus. The Hydro Archon, guilty, to be punished via the death sentence.
What? Whoa, that's extreme, even for that device to put that.
The death sentence?
That's actually one of the available sentences?
Oh.
I've always thought that it was just a myth.
I know, right? Because I've never heard them say anything about this one.
The one and only time the death sentence has been handed out at the court. And it's been given to the very person we've worshipped as the god of justice? What an unexpected twist.
Furina's been sentenced to death by the Oratrice? We just wanted to use the trial to show her the seriousness of things so she'd tell us the truth. How did things escalate this quickly?
Right? This is number 2.
This outcome is indeed quite strange. According to Fontaine's current definitions of justice, as well as its recommendations for criminal sentences, is this sentence really appropriate for the crimes that have been committed?
I don't think it's this extreme.
Yeah, even Mache wasn't sentenced to death by the Oratrice. You know, the real evil mastermind behind the serial disappearances case.
Indeed. Not only is Furina's sentence overly excessive, the very point of our trial today was also to prove that Furina has never been the Hydro Archon in the first place. But now, the Oratrice seems to have deliberately invoked the title of the Hydro Archon. What does this mean?
Good grief. The plot thickens, y'all. Plot thickens.
Excuse me, if I may interrupt. Is the trial still going?
Fremine! You finally made it. I assume this means you've completed your mission?
Mm-hmm. Any mission Father assigns to me will always be top priority.
A stone slate.
Is that the first prophecy slate?
Oh, this is that slate that was missing last time. Let me see. I feel like someone's doing this, like a hack or something. Right, like it's a lot of stuff not adding up.
Huh. So the knave
I hope we get some answers.
to try and find the missing slate.
I looked everywhere and finally found it at the bottom of the sea. It took me a long time to get around some dangerous stretches of water. But has the trial already concluded? Then doesn't that mean I've come too late? Oh no. Father will be disappointed in me.
Thank you for your hard work, Mr. Fremine. Please allow me to review the record left on the slate. Traveler, I believe that you have already seen the other existing slates, and would like you to come here and confirm their contents.
Huh? So what do you see? What is it?
I believe I have now made sense of the Hydro Archon's crime. It has to do with Fontaine's lost history.
Huh? Isn't the Hydro Archon just guilty of deceiving her people? Oh, wait, no, that's Furina, and we've already proven that she's not the Hydro Archon.
Never have I wanted to fight something so small. Oh.
So when you say Hydro Archon, do you mean the real Hydro Archon we've been kind of talking about?
Clearly, Paimon.
In truth, everything that you've encountered in Fontaine up until this point can be traced back to the contents of these stone slates. However, I'm uncertain as to how much sense they currently make to you.
Okay, let's try to recall the contents of the other 3 stone slates. Paimon will do her best to help you remember.
Okay, I really hate this part of the court cases. Okay. Ooh! That was loud.
The first stone slate describes what you just said. It seems to show the previous Hydro Archon using her divine power, and then the Oceanids turn into humans. Does that mean that Fontainians are transformed Oceanids?
Oh, I know.
Oh, Paimon wasn't expecting that. But if Oceanids can turn into humans, then perhaps this process can be reversed as well. The second stone slate shows Celestia floating in the sky, and the Hydro Archon and her people worshipping it together. But the heavens still brought judgment down upon them.
So is that the island that's always floating in the sky still? Because you can see it at random points of the game where you're just out running around the environment.
This must be the point when the Hydro Archon and the Fontainians were branded with their original sin. Does this mean that the original sin and the Hydro Archon sin are the same thing? The third slate shows the Hydro Archon sinking into the sea surrounded by many people. That reminds Paimon, didn't we also watch that happen to someone else? Well, the fourth slate is the prophecy the Fontainians have been talking about. People dissolving into the sea, the Hydro Archon crying on her throne, and so on.
It was just happening right now.
We didn't believe that such a crazy disaster could happen at first, did we? But after that incident, it was just a question of when and not if.
Okay, so... Oh yeah, because in this one, they all turn into those.
We know from the case of the serial disappearances of young women that Fontainians can be dissolved in primordial seawater. And the first stone slate tells us that long ago the Hydro Archon used her power to turn Oceanids into humans. This might be the reason that Fontainians can dissolve.
Okay. After the court proved that she's not the Hydro Archon.
Perhaps what is about to take place has all happened before. The true sin of the Hydro Archon that Nervilette mentioned, and the original sin cast down on the people of Fontaine by Celestia, as recorded on the stone slates.
Sinking into the sea. That still was crazy too. I don't know how. Yeah, it's the character talking. I don't know if you saw a little picture on the side.
It's not as simple as falling into the sea. When Navia fell into the sea, her consciousness was subjected to judgment. The stone slates show the people gathered around the Hydro Archon in the sea. Could that be alluding to the same thing?
Yeah, I know it's super tiny. Sitting on her throne. And that's what's happening now. Intrusion of primordial sea into the fortress of Meripede. Oh yeah, whenever the primordial sea water was coming back up there.
The prophecy from the stone slates found its way into society, but not many people believed it at first. The fortress of Meripede was nearly flooded with primordial seawater, which we know can cause Fontainians to dissolve. It seems increasingly likely that the prophecy may come true. If we hadn't dealt with it in time, things could have gone very badly.
They'll dissolve into the primordial sea but won't cease to exist. Their essence will flow in the seawater, converge, and take the form of an oceanid. The Hydro Archon was sentenced to death in court, shocking everyone present. Perhaps this means that her sin was actually Fontaine's original sin. Navia fell into the water inside those ruins, and she nearly dissolved. She was surrounded by the people of Poisson in a court within her consciousness, and was forced to take part in a trial meant to make her stay. The eruption of the primordial sea at the fortress of Meripede was the surest sign that the prophecy was about to come to pass no matter what. The prophecy's contents can all be verified by recent events. If we combine what we know together, loads of truth should come to light. Huh? Oh, Paimon gets it now! So that's how you can make sense of it. But then it feels like we're going to have to share some truly shocking revelations.
Let's hear them.
Incredible. Linny, did you hear that?
We're not real humans.
All Fontainians were originally created by the late previous Hydro Archon, with oceanids as their basis. The evidence for that can be found in how only Fontainians could dissolve in primordial seawater, and how all the girls Vacher dissolved were also turned into oceanids. Oh, and according to Navia, when she was about to get dissolved, she also saw everyone gathered around for a trial, all of them in the shape of oceanids.
Indeed.
Yeah, and it follows from the content of the first slate that she probably angered Celestia by creating humans without prior permission. That could also explain why the Oratrice judged the Hydro Archon to be guilty. It's to account for that ancient sin.
The Hydro Archon's true sin was creating us?
They're not fish people. They are literal water beings. And I mean, I've actually fought those things, huge ones. So, think of it as, it's like the Zors from Zelda, so to speak, but not actually fish. Oh, and hey, when did you get here? How are you doing? They're like, I guess the human-ish embodiment of water, but not an actual fish. Oh, okay. I was like, I didn't even see that until now. But hopefully that makes sense. It's like if water came to life and had its own form, but they're more like, I would say similar to mermaids. It's really weird to describe, but yeah.
And yet, after many hundreds of years, the Hydro
Yeah, like
Archon's
Chaos.
creations have turned around to try to judge the Archon within the
From
Opera
Sonic.
Epiclese. The twists of history are often the most unexpected of all.
Like how Chaos is the god of destruction for Sonic Adventure. Literally can use water as he sees fit because he has control over it. And it's literally walking water.
Yeah, isn't the image wheelchair just like when Navia fell into the sea?
Right, GT? Plot twist part 3. I swear this story gets crazier each time.
So wouldn't it be trying to show the image of the Hydro Archon also falling into the sea once the prophecy has been fulfilled in the 4th slate?
Right. This is beyond me at this point. Because I don't know what to expect, ever.
In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away. Did Paimon get all that right?
You've made some keen deductions. I must say, given how much you still don't know, it is impressive that you've already managed to connect so many pieces of the truth. However, while you were able to decode all the information on the slates, they've also been etched with an additional layer of hidden information using a different power source. When we were at the ruins, I tried to decipher the hidden information recorded in the slates. But since we only had 3 slates at the time, I was unable to come to a full conclusion.
I don't know, what all hidden stuff could be there either, but this is all just crazy. Oh, now I see the Oceanids. I didn't see it at first.
Now that the slate collection is complete, I shall make another attempt to decipher the narrative recorded within. If everything goes well, we should finally be informed of the unadulterated truth.
Well? Did you get it?
Seriously, Paimon? This is a court case, for crying out loud.
I believe I should share this truth not only with you, but with all the people of Fontaine as well. I will try to briefly summarize it for you. Your hypotheses regarding the origin of Fontainians and the sin of the Hydro Archon were both correct. In the Fontaine of old, the previous Hydro Archon sensed the yearning of her Oceanid familiars for life on land. The Oceanids were enamored with the beauty and romanticism of human beings, and wishing to have those experiences for themselves, expressed to the Hydro Archon their desire to become of a similar kind.
Oh, so they wanted to become people. Huh.
However, even though water as an element is intricately linked with the power of life, the Hydro Archon, as one of the 7, did not possess the authority to create a new form of human life. Not one to give in, she eventually found a way to create permanent humanoid bodies for her familiars by appropriating the power of this planet's primordial sea. She poured primordial seawater into the Oceanid's blood vessels, creating humanoid mimics in the process. But if Fontainians were to ever come into direct contact with water from the primordial sea, the power within their bodies would escape these artificial restraints and return to the sea. As a result, their forms would collapse, and they would be reverted to their original forms as Oceanids. Of course, the Hydro Archon never received permission from the heavenly principles to create a new human race.
I don't know what kind of powers this man has, but that was cool.
And thus, the Hydro Archon and all of her creations came to shoulder the original sin of appropriating the power of the primordial sea. That is the true history of how the people of Fontaine first came into being.
So we were all Oceanids before we turned into human beings?
Woo! GT, this might be plot twist number 4.
That's way too much information for me. I think I'm just going to pretend that I never heard a single thing. Wait, but if that's the truth, we can't let the Hydro Archon be sentenced to death. After all, her only sin was creating us.
This really might be too much information for your regular Fontainian, but it does answer a lot of our questions.
I guess, Mizuki. I don't even know anymore. I'm getting a headache.
Alas, your hypothesis regarding the 3rd and 4th stone slates was inaccurate. The slates' respective positions are, in fact, correct. A key point of the visual on the third slate is how all the individuals depicted in the water are humans rather than Oceanids. They have not been dissolved, which implies that the water depicted in this slate is not water from the primordial sea. The nation of Fontaine is the nation of Hydro, as well as the nation of Trials and Justice. Instead of being the literal element, the water in the scene symbolizes judgment and justice. You may also recall Navia's experience. When she fell into the sea, her consciousness was surrounded by that of many others who intended to hold a trial to determine her fate. Therefore, the meaning of the third slate is that the people of Fontaine shall try the Hydro Archon at the court of justice. Yes, it refers to our present situation.
I think I'm following now. So, what you're saying is, even though we decided to put on this trial to avoid fulfilling the prophecy, in truth, everything we've done has happened exactly as the prophecy foretold. So now, it seems, we're the ones making sure it comes true.
What should we do?
Huh. No matter what, the prophecy will be fulfilled. Is this what it feels like to be a prisoner of fate?
If that's the case, does that mean the scene in the fourth slate will also be fulfilled soon?
Right. Like that voice from Soul Calibur, was it 4 or 5? It's like, don't blame me, blame fate. Mizuki.
Traveler, I would like to point out another small fallacy in your deductions.
Oh, man.
About the fourth slate. You probably thought that the eruption of primordial seawater beneath the fortress of Meripede served as the surest sign that the prophecy was about to come to pass, yes?
Yo, this is a lot. This is a lot.
However, I believe that rather than being a sure sign, that eruption could in fact only be a small warning of something far worse to come. As for the root cause of the catastrophe, I believe you've already encountered it once before.
Oh my gosh, again?
This eruption was just a small warning of the things to come. We must find the root cause of the disaster.
This is... What number is this? Is this the fourth one? Wait a minute. I wish I knew which one was what number, but I don't think it says over there. Hold on. So... Okay. I think this was the fourth one. Let's see. Yeah, that whale, it never really got explained.
It was both dream and reality.
If we're talking about a true culprit, that could only be that thing inside the primordial sea, right?
The truth, the original sin, the trial, and the root cause of the disaster.
Y'all just want me to be a rubber band, huh? All these stretches today. Oh no, what is going on? Whoa. What is that thing? What? Get out of here with that, Spada. And how are you? Wait, what is... Whoa. Wait, who? I don't even know. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, is that who I think it is? What? What? Okay, plot twist. What is this, number 5?
Too close. How did that thing just burst into the opera house? Wait, was that the huge whale you saw in your dream?
Oh, thank you. And thanks for stopping in, Swatter. Hope you're doing good. Cause that looked like child. I know they're here anywhere.
So we've met it at last. I understand very well why it has chosen to make an appearance here. That whale does not belong to Tevat. It is a monster that has traversed the stars, weeping all the while.
What?
It has been greedily consuming the energy from the planet's primordial sea, using it to grow. That is the main cause for the rising sea levels.
So you mean to tell me that now we have space whales? Yo. Yes, plot twist number 5. I'm losing count at these.
And once it has finished consuming
Good
all
grief.
of the energy contained within the sea, its next step will be...
You said that when the Hydro Archon first created Fontainians out of Oceanids, she filled their blood vessels with primordial seawater.
Precisely. That whale finds the blood of Fontainians nigh impossible to resist. Therefore, when it left the primordial sea, it decided to make its next stop a packed opera house full of food. Food in the form of Fontainians.
I'm glad they made it out of there, okay, because, oh my gosh.
We just barely managed to push it back, right? In that case, won't it come back to target the people again once it's managed to recover its strength?
I know, right, Mizuki? Between it and Sea of Stars? Ooh.
That is correct. Indeed, it is more accurate to say that we should thank that Harbinger for buying us some time. Without him, the whale would have likely come onto land far sooner.
But where did they go?
From the way he looked, he must have been fighting the creature for quite a long time.
That battle maniac. We've always known that he had a special connection with that whale, but we definitely didn't expect it to help us out like this. Anyway, now that we know that this whale is the actual cause of the disaster recorded in the prophecy, all we need to do to stop the prophecy would be to find a way to beat it up, right?
It is too late.
Oh no.
It had already absorbed too much of the primordial sea's energy before we could notice it. At this point, it has become practically integrated with the sea itself. Even if the entirety of Tevat were to be destroyed, it could still survive and swim off towards some other world.
That's not something I will accept. We've already done everything we can, and we even found the true culprit. We've come so far.
You can't just tell me that the last hurdle is some impossible foe. That's just not fair.
Indeed, that's not how a grand performance should end.
I'll fight it to the end, no matter what.
So the prophecy will be fulfilled no matter what, huh?
Whoa. This is taking forever.
The prophecy. Yes, what has been prophesied will be fulfilled. You may view such things as the history of the future. Just as prophecies are usually only the future as seen from the perspectives of the gods, could things be happening in hidden corners where the gods' gaze does not fall? Ultimately, fate shall serve as your only guide, no matter what will happen in Tevat's future. All you need to do is to play your part.
Let's see. Yeah, I would know what she was trying to say too. That's another cutscene.
What's happening with the oratories?
I believe it is preparing to carry out the death sentence.
What?
Furina!
No, I still need answers.
What? What? What just happened? Plot twist number 6. What is happening here? Like, I don't even know where I went, for that matter. Wait, who was this?
You.
What? GT, please don't say that. Right, I just want to stop so I can play as myself and then be done.
Sorry. That shocked expression on your face is just too amusing. I couldn't help myself.
You are not Furina. Who are you?
Ah, the sweet sound of bewilderment. Marvelous. A sure sign that my attempt to deceive everyone was a resounding success. But to answer your question, I am Focalors.
Right.
You know, the god.
So is this the real Focalors?
Focalors.
Finally?
Why did you deceive us?
Oh, that wasn't my goal, of course. Goodness, no. But I had to fool everyone else too, if I was to stand any chance of deceiving the heavenly principles.
Deceiving the heavenly principles?
It's all because of that pernicious prophecy. Dreadful, wasn't it? Everyone doomed to dissolve. Fontaine condemned to be flooded. One was not amused. In fact, one was positively bemused when that problem was thrust upon me by my dearest predecessor. That's the former Hydro Archon Egeria for the uninitiated. It hardly gets more disastrous than a preordained national catastrophe, now does it? She knew full well that the prophecy would surely come to pass. And as one of the seven, she also knew full well that one defies the heavenly principles at one's peril. So yes, as you have no doubt surmised, it was a rather impossible situation that I found myself in. I spent a terribly long time mulling it over, alone on the ocean floor. And I was almost growing barnacles by the time I finally realized there was only one possible solution to this confounding conundrum. I had to outwit the heavenly principles, allow the prophecy to be fulfilled, ostensibly at least, while saving everyone at the same time. I'm a genius, I know. I can only assume that's why Egeria chose me as her successor. Although, looking back now, it was hardly the inheritance one dreams of. Between the task of saving the nation, the quotidian duties of the Hydro Archon, and not to mention the original sin of creating a new race of humans, I dare say she left me quite a colossal mess to clean up. But one can only play the hand one is dealt. I did not choose this, any more than I chose to be one of her Oceanid familiars.
So you were also once one of the Oceanids, transformed into a human by Egeria's hand.
Yes, I was. I always dreamed of becoming human. And I still do, even now. In my eyes, to be human is to be part of the greatest opera ever known. After becoming a god, I separated my divinity from my body and spirit, leaving behind only a self that was as naive and bewildered as my past self on her first day as a human being. The me you see before you now is that divinity. And the human counterpart I left behind, I named Farina. She could feel joy, sorrow, and everything in between. She could be as vain and conceited, or as meek and vulnerable as she wished.
I don't know, GT, but my goodness, this is so much. And I'm hungry, so this is making me mad.
Her strengths were of a kind only a human could possess, as were her shortcomings. But in my eyes, Farina's humanity was what made her perfect. She was perfectly human in every way. The person I always wanted to be. Anyway, so then I cursed her.
Oh wow, so direct.
All part of the plan, of course. The plan to deceive the heavenly principles. Do you still remember the final scene of the prophecy?
Like,
the Hydra Archon
wow.
alone, weeping on her throne. In order that the prophecy might appear fulfilled, I invited Farina to be an actress, to play the part of the Hydro Archon in the prophecy. Under the curse I placed on her, so long as I, Focalor's divinity, continued to exist, she could not die. But nor was she free to live her life in the pursuit of happiness.
So, did you make her miserable on purpose?
Instead, she was forced to take the stage in the opera house, to embrace the role of leading lady, to forever play the part of the god from the prophecy, all to create a deceitful appearance of that prophecy coming to pass.
This is absolutely crazy.
I suppose now you probably understand why your court is called the Opera Epiclese.
But Farina is only human, isn't she? Even though she has had a long life, her mind is no stronger than that of any other ordinary human being. I cannot begin to fathom what she has had to endure. It must have been torture for her.
It has indeed. And although she is, in a sense, me in human form, I most definitely owe her an apology for it.
You owe her more than that.
It's been 500 years. And all along, she's been playing her part in the most unimaginably long, unbearably lonely, and agonizingly painful opera of all time.
They really are, GT. Like, the only one that was truly... Well, the only few so far, because they haven't introduced the other two yet, for Fire and Ice, that were not cruel like this were Venti and I would say Nahida, the Dendro Archon. I don't know if it was anybody else or not, but yeah.
I shouldn't have disrespected that prince.
Oh my god, can I please?
I mean, they walked right into me.
Cause this has been going on for too long now. Oh my god. Yeah, cause somebody is playing Fortnite and happened to laugh. Let us sulk. Finally, I'm in control of myself. Oh my gosh. It's been what? Like an hour? Ooh. Are you freaking serious? I have to keep going? I hate this game for this. Oh. I'm gonna try and hurry it up then. Cause it's not fair that they make you do this sometimes. I don't wanna.
Oh? Who permitted you to come onto the stage? Now, I understand your admiration for my august self, but I must ask you to keep to the rules. All right. It is not my intent to reprimand you.
Don't look at me, don't look at me.
There is no need to state your name. Just be off with you. Do not distract me from my performance. Oh, do not jest. Can you not feel
Let's
it?
go off, please, if only for 1 second.
I am Focalor. The eyes of
That
countless
way I can
Fontanians are upon
become
me.
myself again.
I must, at all times, display the utmost elegance and nobility.
I guess it's her inner thoughts that keep showing up on the top of the screen. Ugh, this is so stupid that I'm forced to deal with this, but I know she said to turn off the lights.
Dear audience, the performance is experiencing a technical difficulty, but worry not. The guards shall resolve it soon enough.
I hate these things. And this is
Emerge.
why.
Right here. Emerge.
Burn!
Right here. Right now.
Sheesh.
Time for retribution!
Show them. Right here. Emerge. Hold the line. Rest and rebuild.
If I knew I was gonna be in a fight, I would have ate something, but they just throw you in fights sometimes.
Burn!
right now.
What a nuisance.
Hey, what gives? The audience is still watching me, you know. Guards! Wait, where are the guards? Guards! Sight to behold. Right now, emerge.
Time for retribution!
Water jet! Right here, right now, emerge.
I tried to move.
Right here, right now.
Verdict is...
Emerge, right now.
Burn!
Emerge. Taurus, bring refuge!
Alright, that's all the lights. What in the world? Wait, now I'm her? Where's the rest of her hair? Also looks weird. Okay, I can't run.
Farina. Farina.
Huh? Who's that?
Who's calling me?
Where are you?
Be not nervous. Be not afraid. I am before you.
Wait a moment. You're near me? How can this be?
Mirror you, huh? You know what? That's not bad. Let's go with that.
Mirror me. What do you wish to say?
The prophecy. Have you heard of it?
What prophecy? Oh, wait. I know. I think. I don't know why, but it's in my head somehow. The people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Oh, very good. You know it well.
What's going on? I can't seem to remember anything clearly. The only thing I know for sure is this prophecy. Will it really come to pass?
Yes, it will. And that is why I've come to you. Disaster will come to Fontaine sooner or later. Things will develop just as the prophecy declared. There is no escaping it.
But doesn't that mean everyone will die? I'm a Fontainian just like them. Will I dissolve too?
Oh, don't worry. Magical meetings exist in this world precisely to give people a chance to turn things around. it is the reason why you met me today. I will tell you how to save everyone, but you may have to suffer somewhat.
Oh, so there's still hope after all. Goodness, you frightened me. You spoke so much and with so much certainty. As for the suffering, well, I will admit that the first thing that came to mind was, why do I have to be the one to suffer? But if the prophecy will come true, I'll also die anyway, right? So if I've already met you as my magical meeting in this world, if there were scales, with all the people of Fontaine on one side, and my pain on the other, is it not obvious where the scales should tilt?
You truly are the perfect human, my ideal. I suppose this would also be the justice that belongs to you.
Huh?
Don't worry, it's nothing. Listen well. Fontaine has just lost its Hydro Archon. I need you to play a role. That of the new Archon.
This is worse than I expected.
Play as a god?
That's right. You must begin a never-ending masquerade. You must never let anyone suspect your identity. If you can keep it up, then I shall have my way of defying this prophecy. But should your identity be revealed, then all hope will be lost.
But how will I do this? A human assuming the role of a god without being exposed.
Don't worry. What you must do is not to turn yourself into a real god. You simply need to play the role of a god as humans imagine them to be. Being a human yourself, I'm sure you already know what such an entity would be like. Remember, your true challenge will not be pursuing divinity, but contending against humanity.
I'm still not sure I understand, but I'll try. I'll try to do this. So, how long am I going to have to play this role?
To accomplish this mission, you will have to stay on the stage for many, many years. You will endure and not grow old until your task ends. But I promise you, all will eventually end in a magnificent and dramatic trial, and everyone will be saved.
A trial, huh? How exciting. I'll be looking forward to it.
Yo, this is just too much. And I still can't run. Can't jump either. I know, right, GT? I never thought it was this crazy. Or this depressing, for that matter.
The Maison Cardinalise has announced my accession, but this is my first time facing the people. What should I say to most appear like a god? To be honest, I still don't know. Perhaps I should first try to act natural. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and welcome to the Opera Epiclese. I'm sure you've all heard about how I have taken on the role of Hydro Archon. Indeed, I am Verena de Fontaine, your new Archon. In truth, I know little about becoming a nation's new god, but it will be my honor to guide you all. As the god Focalor, the god of justice, I shall do all within my power to lead you into an age of fairness and justice. Once again, thank you all for coming. If you should have any questions or suggestions, please send them to the Maison Cardinalise. The future of Fontaine will require us to work together, after all. This should do it. I thought I might stammer, but thankfully, I was able to convey my thoughts just fine. Okay, and next.
That's the new Hydro Archon. Is this some kind of joke by the Maison? I would have thought that a being that surpasses humanity would be a bit more assertive.
Hey, did you hear that? She even told us to send her suggestions there at the end.
Shouldn't gods be all-powerful? She's being so modest. What's the difference between her and an ordinary person, then?
If you ask me, perhaps the succession didn't actually happen. She might just be a Maison back puppet.
Wait, what's going on? Why is everyone suspecting me of being a fake? Oh, this is bad. If I get exposed here, there'll be no saving the people from the prophecy. Right. Mirmi said that I just need to play the role of a god as humans imagine them to be. Calm down, Farina. Think. What do the people want? How would they imagine a god to speak and act? Assertive, with a strong sense of presence. One who can dispel all doubt. That is the character I'm fated to play. Oh, very good, my
that
people.
laugh.
Only ones such as you are deserving of my rule. Now, I was wondering if some weak puppet were to one day come onto the stage and claim ownership of this opera house, would the children of Fontaine follow them? Well, it seems that you would all see right through them. Having passed my test, you are qualified to witness wondrous trials alongside my august self, here in this opera house. You may consider my previous act a door gift of sorts. I thought it was a debut that suited the atmosphere. Now then, let us be reintroduced.
Ah, so that was just a performance. How could I have forgotten that we were inside an opera house?
Personality? It's quite shocking, to be honest, but I suppose it's a better look than before.
Why is that one so quiet?
Such a fascinating and bold deity. How wonderful! Our future may yet be bright after all.
It seems I've turned them around. Best follow this flow and restart my accession speech. My dear people, whether you acknowledge me or not, whether you trust me or nay, I say to you, keep faith in your ardor for justice. We have heard it said that this nation's sins can no longer be washed away. Well, I say that justice is most fragrant when it blooms amid sin. The scales of justice should not weigh heavy in the hands of its God. On one side, it must carry fairness and justice. And on the other, praise and applause.
Right.
May law be the prayer on our lips. May judgment be our worship. Let us light the fires and drink to the future of Fontaine. There is no trouble in this world that justice cannot solve. All that is needed is for you, my people, to believe in it, heart and soul. So long as I, the Archon Focalor, stand within the Opera Epiclese, so long as I stand before the Oratrice, I shall even judge the gods of this world!
Yes!
Oh my god. I want this to be over with now because I'm getting tired of this. Okay, random bed. I have no idea.
Lady Farina, here are today's case reports, as well as a summary of the follow-up for your perusal.
Come now. Was I not just at the Opera House in person? Leave these kinds of things to Neuvillette. Besides, none of these trials were the one that I'm looking forward to the most.
If I may be so impertinent, what kind of trial are you truly looking forward to?
A magnificent, dramatic, and wondrous trial. A trial to end all things. How could you hope to understand?
That's what I'm guessing so, GT. Because it's a lot of stuff that didn't really get talked about at the beginning of the Fontaine storyline. But this is answering some questions that even I've been wondering about.
That's true. I fear I lack the ability to grasp your divine thought, Lady Archon.
No need for fright, and do not take what I said before too seriously. Go now, do your duties. The trial I await. It will come one day.
Honestly, I don't even know, because they have me playing as her. I'm like, are we there? Are we not there? Or are we just in some weird little middle area?
Lady Farina, I don't know what to say. Thank you for agreeing to see me.
Oh, thank you for the 300 bits, baby.
No need to thank me. Or rather, thank your own sense of perseverance instead. Long have you stood in line to meet me, have you not? Oh, I'm afraid that's just an inevitable consequence of my divine charm. All right. Deuteria, is it? How is your son's illness?
You remembered me, and you knew of my family, too.
I feel like I'm even more confused again. What number we at? A plot twist? 7 or 8, I think?
He is doing much better now. In fact, he is far more of an ardent believer than I. He was the one who forced me to seek an audience with you, and to bring your words back to him.
Oh, good. Very good. If this should happen again in the future, please do not hesitate to come and tell me. Going down to citizens' homes
Plot twist 100.
so often, while not usual practice, should serve as a fine change of pace.
Yo, like, I've never seen so many plot twists in one set of, a series of cutscenes.
Oh, you're such a gentle and wise god. Thank you once again, on behalf of my son.
Well, other than in Final Fantasy, but that's another story. Right. I don't even know, like, what is happening in what order, because it's so much. What is this about, I wonder?
Lady Farina, here are the latest hydrological reports. As for the specific parameters you asked to take note of, I'm afraid things still don't look good.
I see. It's as I thought, then. As your god, I did already expect this, but I wanted to see how far your human wisdom would allow you to analyze it. All manner of signs indicate that the prophecy will still come to pass. Forget it. That's not something you need to worry about right now.
Well, as I understand it, The Fontaine Research Institute is also trying to find a way to counter the rising water levels.
Really? Have they found anything?
I'm afraid that they haven't found any effective solution thus far.
Is that so? Well, no wonder. This issue has reached the realm of the gods, after all. Still, their spirit is praiseworthy.
Oh my gosh.
The day is finally over. I haven't had a moment to breathe this whole time. But it's good to see that everything's getting on track. There are no longer any voices of suspicion. Maybe this is fine. I just need to keep going, and everyone will be saved. Alright, Farina.
Yeah, she has.
Don't think too hard about this.
It is horrible.
You need rest. Tomorrow's a new day.
And I kept always saying that it had to be something behind her always being so theatrical and dramatic. Oh, it did that by itself
here
that
are the new
time.
trial reports for the latest cases, as well as a summary of the follow-up.
There'll be no need for that. I've seen them already. There's no need to go back over scenes I've witnessed in person before.
Whoa.
Lady Farina, I've waited so long for this chance to see you in this manner.
Indeed, my dear, loyal citizen. This joyous moment is an honor for us both.
Lady Farina, we're detecting significant hydrological anomalies near Poisson.
Understood. Keep monitoring. Keep me informed should anything come up at the Institute. I don't think I let anything slip today. I must show the people that there is nothing to worry about. I just don't know when these days will end.
I can't believe she put her through all this.
I feel utterly exhausted. Best to rest early today, too.
Maybe this will change my mind about her. It's still wrong either way. Scene 5. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the Heavenly Principles. I don't even really know what those are, because Gabe barely talks about it.
It's like a dream being able to speak with you up close like this. I've heard that the first member of our family who was honored to
Scene 182,000.
was Madame Dioteria, almost 20 generations ago.
What?
And what a fine family yours is indeed. It brings me great joy to meet such a faithful believer, a descendant of a line most ardent.
This time she sounds like she's about to cry, or if not crying, but you can't see her face. Yeah, that's crazy. Like 500 years?
Surely you exaggerate, Lady Farina. My lady?
What is it, good citizen?
Oh, are you crying?
Oh, really now? I didn't even notice. This must be the overflow of hydro from my person. Well, can't quite help being the god whose dominion is the waters, can I?
No wonder. No wonder. A manifestation of your power, then.
Did y'all see that eye switch?
I am honored to have witnessed it. Honored indeed.
Yes, actually.
so interminable. So lonely. Just how much longer? Hundreds of years must have passed by now. Perhaps the show must go on for hundreds more. I never imagined that it would hurt so much. Have I reached my limit? No. Perhaps I reached it long ago. Today I didn't even notice my own tears. I want to tell someone, anyone, about this. But would that not destroy all I've done so far? I've conducted so many investigations across the centuries. But there's not even a sliver of hope that we might break the prophecy. All I can do is keep heart. I must maintain this act. It is the only way to save Fontaine. Please, mirror me. You have to succeed.
Farina and...
Farina, you don't have to shoulder this burden alone.
Okay, now I'm talking, apparently.
Although I don't know what you might be keeping from everyone, your people are more than willing to share your burden with you.
Wait. Oh, now I see what you mean, GT. I forgot that we are sitting in the audience.
Share my burden.
Because it's been going on for so long.
That's impossible. It was fated right from the start that this would be my duty alone.
But even if your burden doesn't need to be shared, you can still choose to confide in someone. Just share it with me. I'm what you'd call a witness.
A witness? Yes, I've heard that you came to Tevat from beyond the stars, yes. In other words, you never belonged here. And if Tevat is, in its entirety, a show on a stage, then you're just a spectator, aren't you? If that's the case... She's right. I could confide in her, couldn't I? But if things don't play out as expected, the people of Fontaine will be the ones to pay the price. No, Farina. You shouldn't be selfish. But what if it's really alright? Farina, you've worked so hard for so long. Surely it would be okay to put yourself first for once. Just this once. Is it such an outrageous thing to do anyway? To find someone in whom you can confide your frustrations and sorrows? Surely it could not hurt. If you let this opportunity slip through your fingers, it might never come by again. Think about it long and hard. No, I have nothing to say. I am Farina, the Archon of Fontaine. Everything will surely get better.
Ow! I couldn't hold that one. Oh, jeez.
All you need to do, dear spectator, is to witness my performance until the curtains fall.
Thank you. That sneeze was unexpected. I think it's because the heater's on. Oh, thank you.
Fine.
I hope it says what she really wanted to say. Because I want to know. Oh.
So even Farina doesn't know the truth? You've never once let her in on the full plan?
Yes, it had to be done. To deceive the heavenly principles, you must first deceive yourself.
What kind of reasoning is that, Fossilor?
She did very well. If she had let her resolve falter even once in these 5 centuries, Fontaine would have been doomed to the most tragic fate. It seems that trusting humanity was the right decision after all.
I believe that I understand how your deception works, but that is only half the truth, is it not? How would you build on this foundation to save the people of Fontaine? That is the most important thing.
Ah, good, good. Of course, the Iudex of Fontaine has pinpointed the crux of the issue. I'm sure you've long sensed that the Oratrice is no simple machine, yes?
I've always suspected that it had its own consciousness. And Lenny did mention that he heard a human voice within the core chamber. It now seems that that person was you, hidden within the machine all along. Am I right?
Then that answers that question, because I remember hearing that, and I didn't know what it was at the time, so now I know who it was.
And then I became one with the Oratrice, taking Fontaine's gnosis with me. Yes, it would seem so, wouldn't it? Alas, your understanding of this device still lacks sufficient depth. In truth, it is no enactor of justice. It is, in fact, a device created to kill the god of justice.
I beg your pardon?
Excuse me?
Oh, you have it. And to be more precise, not only will the Oratrice take down the god of justice, it will also take down the divine throne upon which she has been placed.
What? Hold up, what does that even mean? Yo, I completely agree, GZ. I did the same thing. Hold up.
I mean, did you think I would be the sort to enjoy peaceful repose while Farina suffered? My work over these last 500 years has been to constantly accumulate indemnitium within the Oratrice. But really, some have already discovered that only a small fraction of the energy generated by the device was ever used to provide power to Fontaine. The vast majority had to be, accumulated to enact this death sentence.
It was all part of your plan, then? Both the trial and the sentence?
Indeed. This power, accrued over 5 centuries, could have sustained Fontainians for millennia, had it only been used for that purpose. Almost all of it has now been stored within the Oratrice. But only power of this magnitude could hope to destroy the Hydro Archon's divine throne, shaking the rules established by Celestia, and breaking through the institution that is the Seven.
So the Oratrice's call for death was for neither Farina nor Focalor, but for the Hydro Archon. The destruction of that divine throne. If I do not misunderstand your intent, you must be...
returning what's rightfully yours to you, of course. In other words, this was all done to return the authority of the Hydro Archon to the Hydro Dragon of this planet.
But...
Oh, what? Getting sad again, are we?
Yo, this is plot twist 1000. 'Cause what?
The authority of the ancient dragons shall soon be yours once more, O Hydro Dragon Sovereign. And this is the face you make.
Now, I know he's a dragon because he said it himself outside of stream when I was playing this, but this is going over my head.
All you've done throughout the years is just so you can sacrifice yourself at the very end.
I've never quite seen it that way, you know. Even now, I'm quite pleased at how well my deception worked.
Oh, Neverland.
Hydro Dragon, don't cry. I must say, had it been within my rights, I would have loved to judge the heavenly principles themselves. Were they not guilty of essentially the same crime? Egeria stole the power of the primordial sea, and the heavenly principles stole the power you ancient dragons possessed. I, for my part, am the god of justice. And is it not just that your original powers should be returned to you? Speaking of justice, I have always believed that justice lies in the process of pursuing human existence itself. So, if the theft of the primordial sea's might was Fontaine's original sin, then, leaving matters of procedural right and wrong aside, the descent of the Fontainians as humans and their right to exist in this world would be Fontaine's original justice. In other words, existence was Egeria's justice, and to me, justice is the continuation of that existence, defying the prophecy and ensuring that Fontaine's people shall live on. That should be the justice enthroned over all others. At this point, we, whether it be myself or all other Fontainians, have shouldered the burden of this sin for far too long. Iudex Neuvillette, the highest judge in our land, when you regain your full power as an elemental sovereign, what verdict shall you pass upon us?
So when I was invited to the court of Fontaine to serve as Iudex, I see now that that was your idea too. At last. I now understand the true purpose behind this position. In the beginning, I was uninterested in human existence. But these 5 centuries of living alongside them have gradually brought about mutual understanding between us. And I have even attempted to feel as they feel. You are a devious one, Fussalor. Things being as they are, surely you know that I could never declare them to be guilty.
The hour of my execution is almost here. For the sinner, the curtain call has come. I know I may not sound it, but faced with death, I find myself a little afraid. Perhaps this is one thing both gods and humans have in common. Farewell, Neuvillette. I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
Yes, it does remind me of Azura too, Mizuki. What? Oh my god, y'all. This is what I mean, Mizuki, the times I tell you this game can be very depressing. Thank you, Farida, for all you've done. From this moment on, please live happily as a human, just as I wish we could. Me too, GT, cause, oh my god. Oh.
Udex Neuvillette.
And I think Neuvillette is crying too.
People of Fontaine, your sins are forgiven.
Yes, it is. Because they say in Fontaine, whenever it rains, the dragon is crying. Which in this case is Neuvillette, because he was just crying. This is why I love the story for Fontaine, just as much as I loved the story for Inazuma. Oh man. Oh my gosh. It did, technically, but it also didn't? If that makes sense? I don't know.
What just happened? Has the death sentence been carried out?
Was that bright light some sort of misdirection? I have a feeling that something huge just happened.
I'm confused too, GT. And I just...
But since we're all still alive and haven't been
Ooh,
resolved,
I
I assume whatever happened was good for
10,000.
us.
It's time to end this. We must mete out punishment to that beast.
But didn't you say just a moment ago that it can't be defeated?
I have gained the strength sufficient to deal with it. Through certain means, I now have the ability to separate the power of the Primordial Sea from that creature. We should seize the opportunity to pursue our quarry. Traveler, now that the oratories can no longer function, I require an executor to help me mete out justice. The root of the calamities befalling Fontaine, the beast that enacts the prophecy, its name is the all-devouring narwhal.
So it was a narwhal. Everything was happening so fast, I didn't know what was going on. Yeah, it's because that happened to her and a lot of other stuff. But even though he's not human, he is very emotional at certain times.
Come with me, traveler. The hour of execution has come.
Can I please take a break? 'Cause, yo, this has been a lot to process. I know, Mizuki, I know. This is a lot. I want to. Is this another cutscene? Where is this? Whoa. Oh my god. Not it putting me in another boss fight again.
I've already done my best to separate the power of the Primordial Sea from the way. Considering the size of the beast, I cannot reach the power source. Unless
I'm guessing so.
To attack it from within. We shall share part of the ancient dragon's power with you. We shall look for an opening together.
Cause I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. This is not making sense.
I can feel its sorrow turning into hostility.
Wait a minute.
Come on out. Right now.
It's okay, Mizuki. I know. I hope you get some rest. And thank you for sticking around as long as you could before you had to go to bed. Because I don't like that it keeps putting me in these fights right behind each other. Like, this is one of several things I can't stand about this game. Whoa. The heck? Who is this? Okay, I will.
Hold the line.
We got dub stuff in this game now? That's unexpected.
I have granted you my protection. Do not fear. Seize the moment and use my power to suppress its root from within.
And how am I supposed to do that?
Rebuild.
I know, right?
Time for retribution.
Okay, how am I supposed to do that?
Right now. Right here.
Hold up. Yeah, see, I was never expecting any of this. But, let's see what I got. Any type of protection. Let's see. Anything works, because this is crazy. Alright, definitely need to heal y'all. I feel like I gotta sneeze again.
Nothing lasts forever. Emerge right now.
What is it talking about?
Emerge right here.
I'm trying, but I don't know what it wants me to do. Cause it's just like, use the power of the Numa. Okay, but how? Cause I don't get this. What does it mean? Alright, I don't get this.
Emerge. Covenant of the Deep. Rest and rebuild.
If I die on this part, I don't really care. Cause this doesn't make any bit of sense. No, it's something it's not telling me. Cause I'm about to die if they keep this up. Hold on. Trying to see if I can find something, but I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. You said check each category. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can figure this out because I don't even remember what the name of the boss is. Hold on. Trying to see if I can find something about it because this does not make any sense. It just threw me in here. Well, let me look at the boss name real quick. All devouring something. Okay. Alright. Because I have never been so confused. I wish it explained it a little bit more, because it kept saying to do, I forgot whatever attack it was talking about, but it wasn't really telling me what I needed to do. Well, I mean, how to go about it, doing it. I'll see. Cause I don't have like an item or anything. But it's somehow that is on me because the little icon keeps showing up. I need to heal. Oh gosh, I forgot that's why I was here in the first place. That's not enough. Hold on.
Emerge. Go!
Time for retribution!
Alright. Ooh, just annoying then. That's all it says.
Right now, right here. Allow me. Burn. Wipe out. Show them. Emerge right now.
Verdict is?
Oh, I think I did something. Please let it be over with. What in the world? Huh? Wait, what? Who was this? Okay, that was...
Thanks for helping with the cleanup.
should have been my job, but... oh well. It was just supposed to be a short private training session for me. I didn't think that my disciple and my master's pet would start brawling in the meantime. Well, actually, I had a feeling that it would happen at some point, but they bumped into one another earlier than I thought. What a blunder. I suppose I'll have to swing my sword 3 million times as penance.
That power. Who are you exactly?
Paimon has an idea. From what she said earlier, she must be Child's master. Skirk, right?
Wait, this is who he's always talking about?
It's just that he gave us the impression that she was the less talkative person.
I simply did not have anything to say to the weak. But you, on the other hand, managed to defeat the all-devouring narwhal without using power from beyond this world. So you may speak to me as equals. I have to agree. It's a strange use of a planet's primordial waters just to raise an all-devouring narwhal. That kind of power is wasted on it. It's not cooperative. It eats too much. And I have more important things to do with my time than pet sitting. The only thing that creature has going for it is its looks. All in all, it fails as a pet.
Miss Skirk? I think you might have missed the point.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm even more confused.
The point being?
Well, being that this pet almost destroyed an entire nation. So what sort of person is your master? Well, Child's master's master. Wait, is that right?
Oh, right. So you don't know him. Sorry, I assumed you did. His name is Sertologi.
Huh?
I am unfamiliar with that name.
Huh. So Master is insufficiently famous. How should I describe him then? Have you heard of the name The Fowl?
Mm-mm.
The Fowl?
Still nothing? Well, how about the Visionary? Vetterfalnir, then? Or Gold Rhine-daughter?
Ooh, that one we've heard! Rhine-daughter's part of the Hexen Circle. She's Albedo's mom, right?
Who?
Oh, so you do know that name. To be honest, I also heard all of those names and titles from my master. I don't actually know them either. But I suppose you understand now, yes? My master is likely a similar sort to Rhine-daughter. They are both pursuing some form of perfection.
Wait! Didn't you also mention a visionary person? Paimon didn't quite catch their name.
Actually, never mind that. I believe it expedient to inform you that the all-devouring narwhal used up nearly all its strength fighting you. Such roiling hydro energies will prove difficult for the planet's deep seas to digest. As such, the Fontaine back on the surface has most likely been thrown into chaos. In other words, the prophecy that you've been fretting over should now be in full swing.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Not to worry. Focalor has already managed to deceive the heavenly principles.
In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only Farina will remain, weeping on her throne.
Whoa.
Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Hey! Help! Over here!
Engineers, initiate emergency rescue! Hurry!
Hey, lend a hand!
Look! The water's receding! It's a miracle!
Water's receding.
We didn't dissolve. The prophecy was wrong. The prophecy was wrong.
Are you right?
The prophecy was wrong.
Jeez, I feel like I've been watching a movie for the past almost 4 hours. I'm definitely gonna eat something afterward. I know, right, GT? Ooh. I haven't sat through a cutscene this long since I played Endwalker on Final Fantasy XIV. Finally! I can stop! Oh my gosh. Good grief. I didn't think I would ever be back in control of myself for good. Alright, y'all. Thank you so much to everybody that's been sitting here with this almost 4-hour movie with me. Oh my god, that was a lot. I may have to call this one plot twist 10,000 or 100,000 as the title. But yeah, GT, that was a ride. Oh my god. I'm going to get ready and head off because it is almost midnight. And I haven't streamed this long in a minute. It really was the mother of all plot twists. Ooh. I don't know what I'm streaming just yet on Saturday, but I'll figure it out. My brain is kind of scrambled. Oh my god, GT, go to bed! Anyway, I will see you all next stream. My birthday's in 2 weeks from tomorrow. Well, it's about to be now 2 weeks. So, I might do a stream the Wednesday before, since my birthday's on a Thursday. But I don't know yet. I will put an announcement here. Yes. I will try to let you know ahead of time, like maybe the week of, a few days before on there, what I'm doing for that stream. My brain kind of went here because there's so much that happened. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for sticking around tonight. Take care of yourselves. Be safe out there. Watch for crazy people. Look, I don't have to go to bed until I get ready, sir. I will go to sleep when I get ready. But you go to bed. Telling me to go to bed. Oh no, please. I don't want to dream about that. That would be horrible. The link right there is our channel playlist, so please check it out whenever you get the chance. Take care, everybody. Good night. And I will send hugs before I leave here, because I forgot to last stream. But yes, hugs and loves. Catch you next stream, which is more than likely Saturday. But good night, everybody. Goodbye. And I hope y'all get some sleep.